first thing I'd like to do is just kind of give an overall report on the community garden. We have 12 raised beds down in the community garden. All but one of those are rented and planted. Plenty of vegetables growing down there. Some folks in town have more than one spot, so it's been well received. I know there was a lot of concern, I was concerned on the funding for that project. We received some donations, so with the donations that we received and the rental on the plots, we've got the garden up and running with $973 still in the bank on that budget line. So that turned out really well. It's a job well done. I talked with Scout Leader Washington today about the possibility of a community project for the Scout troop, and he's indicated that they would be willing to help us with the addition of some picnic tables and trash receptacles and things very much like they did at the dog park down around the community garden and Century Trail. So we'll coordinate that, and thank you again for that generous offer.
Hey, thank you all for the opportunity.
The Century Trail, which is right beside the community garden, is being well used. There's always people down there. One of the concerns was being able to keep it maintained and watched over, and I'm proud to say that the Clifton Forge Masonic Lodge has adopted that trail as their trail of interest. They will check it periodically. If there's recommendations for repairs and upgrades that need to be made, they'll make sure that we know about them. They will police it for garbage and trash and inappropriate activity, and they're going to put a little sign up stating that they have adopted that as their trail. I think that's a huge help. We are moving really rapidly toward the closing date and meetings for the two Harris properties across the street, the old gas station and the first building in that road. Michael Collins in Covington's handling that closing for the town. He has a deed draft ready to be presented to us for review. As soon as I get that, I'll make it available to council members and to the town attorney for review. And once that is approved through you, the next step will be just setting the closing date and signing the papers to actually take those buildings into the town authority. Signed the funding agreement yesterday for the new Virginia Department of Health grant of $1.866 million. That is strictly used for freshwater upgrades, plant upgrades, repair, painting to the pipe gallery at the water treatment plant, replace the concrete around some of the sediment ponds in the front, and the concreted filters, replace the pumps at the Jefferson Street pump station, which is right at the Jefferson Street tank, and then the water tank rehabilitation and repair. And we have a list of tanks that need various and sundry amounts of repair, but all of them pretty much need to be painted inside and out, so that will be accomplished within the benefit of that grant. And lastly, I talked with Maria Saxton yesterday of Hill Studios in Roanoke. They are the developer that has been working on the community-driven redevelopment possibilities for the Jefferson School building. They have conceptual drawings completed. They're awesome. They really are awesome. There's just no other way to describe them. We have scheduled a meeting for July the 10th, 2023 at 6:30 p.m. on the front lawn of the Jefferson School building for those to be presented to the public, to get public's input and feedback and suggestions on how to proceed and maybe improve upon those drawings. And once that happens, they will go back to the drawing table and make any adjustments that they have gotten from the community input, and then we'll have another final community and stakeholders meeting for approval before we start looking for a developer to implement the process. So that has moved along pretty quickly, and as you know, that was all funded through a Virginia Department of Housing grant for the community development input. And lastly, I have a letter of thank you from the Historic Masonic Theater. Thank you for your support of the Historic Masonic Theater. The town's generous support of $10,000, which was received 4/28/2023, ensures that we will continue to be a gathering place for our community to enjoy. We recognize the importance of your role in making the theater and amphitheater a critical part of the growing and vibrant Allegheny Highlands community. The theater and amphitheater provide a venue where everyone is welcome to enjoy performances, celebrate family occasions, and gather for diverse community events. We sincerely appreciate your years of dedicated support of the Historic Masonic Theater. Best regards, Justin Ryder, Executive Director. And then he wrote on here in hand, thank you for all you do for us. We couldn't do it without the town's support. And that's all I have tonight, Mr. Mayor.